Hi, my name's Tom. I'm here to talk about this new salt and pepper grinder set. They're automatic salt and pepper grinders and they're rechargeable and they have a ton of cool features. Let's go through exactly what you get. When you open the box, you'll get one charging base, and you'll see how that works in a second. You'll get one charging cord. It's a USB-B on one side. You plug it into any kind of power block you want, and a USB-C on the other side, and that plugs into the back of the charging base, just like that. You also get not one, but two identical seasoning grinders. Now, how do you tell the difference? They have little windows in the front, so whatever you put in, you will actually see how much of whatever seasoning you have in these things. These things are really cool. Let's go over some of the features, and then I'll fill them up, and I'll kind of show you how they work. So a couple quick things on them. There's a little button right here that runs the grinder. Look at that. A couple things. One, it's one-handed, one button, real easy. If you have arthritis, if you're older, if you have a hard time pouring salt, no problem anymore. Grinding salt, this is great. Two, you'll see that it has a light. It has a white light, not a blue light like some of them. This is nice and bright. You can see exactly what you're grinding. So even if you're in a dim room and you're putting some salt or some pepper on your food, you can see it. You can change the coarseness of the seasoning. This will turn left and right to change the coarseness. And you can see one says coarse, one says fine. So if I want it fine, I turn it a couple cranks that way. It's going to be finer. If I want it coarser, I turn it a couple cranks this way. And you can feel it. It's not hard to turn it off. And then leave it there. And then when you press the button, it'll grind it to whatever coarseness you chose. Let's talk about the batteries. Just so you know, the top thing opens up. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 AAA batteries in here. You don't need to worry about these because you have a charging base. You just put it on the charging base and you let it charge. If you don't want to charge these batteries, you can also get AAA batteries in a pinch and you can put them in there and they'll work just as fine. But you can leave these in here, you can leave this on and just use the charging base. I'll show you how it charges. And here's what it looks like when it charges. You'll see as I lift off a grinder, the light goes off. You'll also see the charger has two little electrodes there, or two little points there that I can put it on and the light comes on to show that it's charging. And pick it back up and the light goes off. So it's kind of nice. The light's a little bit dim, so it's not real bright. It's not going to blind you if you're in a room that's all dark, but you can see that they're both are charging and both can come off, and they are interchangeable as well. So they're both the same grinder on one charger. So let's go ahead and see how these actually get filled and how they work. Let's go ahead and put pepper into this grinder first. So the way you open it up is you just press down, you pull the back off, and you can see the little window in there. And I'm going to get some freshly ground or some fresh peppercorns, and I'm just going to pour them in. It actually holds a fair bit. This is about 4 teaspoons here. Good enough. Okay, I'm going to put the back on. Okay, back's on, and look at that. It barely filled half of it there, but you can see the peppercorns. Hold it up to the light, you can definitely see them. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and grind some pepper into this dish. And look at that. There you go. Now, I can change the coarseness again. So let's see what I got here. This is more coarse. So I'm going to turn to this direction. And now, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but the flakes are actually bigger. So there we go. That's pepper. That's all there is to it. Press the button and you can see the light as well. I can hold it up. You can see where it's going. That looks great. Let's go ahead and do salt. So here's the other grinder. I open it up. I'm going to use some Himalayan sea salt here. Okay, and this area is actually pretty big, so I can put the salt in fairly easily. Same with the pepper. There we go. Nice and secure, and you can see the salt in there. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Same thing. And there you can see salt coming out. You can see the light. The words are actually right here. I don't know if you can see it. There we go in the light. You can see fine and you can see coarse. And there we go. And that's it. That's as loud as they get. The light works great. And that's all there is to it. These things are actually great. A couple quick things here. We've been using these for about a week. I emptied them out just to kind of show you how to refill them. We use them for salt and pepper just because we're kind of traditionalists. But if you're a cook, you could actually use multiple sets of these for multiple types of seasonings, obviously. The nice thing about them as well is that you just look in the window, you can see exactly what they are. They look really nice. They can put on the table. They look very elegant. You just pick them up, you take a look, you can see exactly what you have. You can see how much you actually have in them. Again, it's another nice feature. Little trick, you don't need to keep this base and this cord out. Initially, for the first day or so, we actually had the base and the cord on our countertop, and we charged it up, and we said, oh, we don't want another thing on our counter. So we just took the base, we wrapped the cord around it, and we just threw it in the cabinet. And again, we've been using these for a week or so, and we haven't had a need to charge them. So they'll last a good long time. I figure they'll probably last at least a few weeks, if not more, depending upon how much seasoning you use. But then when we need to charge them, we'll just pull the base out, plug it in, charge them on there for a couple hours, pick them back up, put them back on the table, and put the base away. So that way we're not taking up any extra space, but they still look great on the table. You just pick them up, and you press a button, and you go. These have been great. They're really, really, really convenient. They look really great. These are a lot of fun, make a great gift. I highly recommend these.